Hello everyone, my name is Stephen Morgan and I'm the Digital Learning Specialist for Carlsbad Municipal Schools. In this video, I'm going to be creating the first of two 5th grade Math and Vision lessons using the Kami software. These lessons are designed to be delivered in an online-only environment and will be completed in one class period. If you're teaching using the hybrid model, you'll just have to implement them in a slightly different way, but it shouldn't be a problem at all. In the last video, we downloaded the curriculum off of the Pearson website. So if you haven't done that step yet, you're going to want to do that now. I'm also going to have the Pearson website open so I can look at some additional material that I'm planning on using in one of my lessons. The first thing I'm going to do is open my Review What You Know document. Now, a review what you know, obviously, is asking the student what do they already know. So I'm not going to give too much information or direct instruction during this assignment. What I am going to do, however, is make sure that I include clear instructions for the students on how they can complete this assignment. What I'm going to do is come over to my right-hand side of my document, and it might be on the left on your computer, and I'm going to click Comment, and I'm going to insert a video comment. When I click the video comment, it's going to tell me at the bottom of the paper to click or select text anywhere on the page to make my video comment. So as soon as I click, it's going to insert my comment. Hey everyone, my name is Stephen Morgan from Carlsbad, New Mexico, and today we're going to be doing the topic 1-1, Review What You Know. And I love doing Review What You Knows because there's no pressure. Whether you already know the material or whether you know nothing about it, that's what we're trying to figure out today. So I want you to do the best you can. Today we're going to be doing vocabulary from questions 1 through 3. There's 4 words to place in those 3 boxes. So obviously you're only going to use 3 of them. Questions 4 through 10, you're going to be comparing using less than, greater than, or equal to symbols. Questions 11 through 14, it's going to ask you to add whole numbers together. And questions 15 and 16 is going to ask you about place value. Now again, you can use the Kami tools to get dictionaries or to do a read aloud for you, but if you have any additional questions, feel free to shoot your teacher a message to get those figured out. Now don't spend too much time on this. If you don't know the material, don't stress about it. We want to figure out what you know. So good luck. So I place a little video inside of the document, and that video will give them the instructions that they need in order to complete this assignment. That's all the work that I need to do as far as video comments go, but they need to know that they need to click on that video first. So I'm going to come over to the right-hand side and click text box. I'm going to make it a nice blue color, and right here at the top, I'm going to type the instructions. Now that the instructions are set up, this document is ready to be sent to my students. Now, I'm not going to show you in this video how to do that. That'll be for a future time, but we're ready to send this document, so I'm going to go ahead and close it up. Now I'm ready to create the second assignment for the day. So I'm going to open up the Student Edition Practice. And the first thing that you're going to notice is that this is a longer assignment. There's 3 pages. And I'm going to do a few things on this assignment. The first thing is at the top, it tells me that there's a visual learning section that goes along with this assignment. So I'm going to have to get that from the Pearson Realize website. And we'll go there here in 1 second. So the first page is like the direct instruction section. Going from there, the second page is going to start with the guided practice, and it's going to include independent practice. So I'm going to work alongside the students as they do this guided practice. And then the independent practice, as well as the problem solving and assessment practice on page 3, will be individual work that the students will do on their own time. One more thing I want to do on this assignment is change this question, question 2, just a little bit. Susan said that 10 to the 5th power is 50. What mistake did Susan make? What is the correct answer? I actually love that question, but I want them to use their voice and answer with either video or voice message. So I'm going to add those instructions at the end of this question. I'm going to come over here and choose black since this question's already in black, and I'm going to insert the rest of what the question will ask. Once that's done, let's go back up to the top of the assignment. Remember, I have this visual learning section that I need to include. Now this might be something that if I'm face-to-face with my students, I'm going to play it while we're all watching it together. but I can't ensure that every single student is going to be there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and do a comment, but instead of doing a video comment, I'm going to click on the screen capture. Now I'm going to click here whenever I'm ready, but I first have to find the video. So I'm going to go back into my Pearson and go down into the visual learning section for lesson 1-1. So I have to figure out how to get this video that I can't download, by the way. I have to figure out how to get this video into Kami. It's very, very easy. Again, I'm going to click comment and I'm going to click screen capture and I'm going to click right here on the visual learning. Hey everybody, today we want to answer the essential question, how can you explain patterns in the number of zeros in a product? Now we meet Tamara here and it says she has a new horse that weighs about 1,000 pounds. How can you show 1,000 as a power of 10 using an exponent? Now we're given a little hint. It says the exponent is the number that tells how many times a base number is used as a factor. And we see that shown right here. We see 1,000 is a factor. The factors of 1,000 would be 10 times 10 times 10. And we're going to take that number 10 and use it as a base. Well, how many times is that base multiplied by itself? 3 times. So I want you to pause the video. I want you to take a look at B and C and see what other information we can get in order to answer this question. How can you show 1,000 as a power of 10 using an exponent? When you're ready to come back, we're going to watch a video together.
How can you explain patterns in the number of zeros in a product? Tamara's new horse weighs about 1,000 pounds. How can you show 1,000 as a power of 10 using an exponent?
So how can we use that pattern to show 1,000 as a power of 10 using an exponent? And the answer for that, remember, is in that sections B and C. So let's keep going.
The weight of the horse is 1,000 pounds. 1,000 is a power of 10 because it can be formed by multiplying 10 by itself 3 times. The exponent is the number that tells how many times a base number is used as a factor. Why would you use exponents to write the product when multiplying by a power of 10? Select your answer.
Now I love this question because as a mathematician myself, I always want to try to make math simpler and shorter. It just doesn't make sense to make it more complicated, right?
Using exponents is a simpler and shorter way to show multiplication by powers of 10. Write 1,000 as a product using 10 as a factor. The exponent, 3, shows that the base number, 10, is multiplied 3 times. So, 1,000 is written as 10 to the 3rd power, using exponents. Tamara estimates that her horse will eat about 5,000 pounds of hay each year. How can you write 5,000 using exponents?
So now they've twisted the question just a little bit. Instead of getting the answer of 1,000, it's 5,000. We can't get to 5,000 by only multiplying by 10. So we're going to have to multiply it by another number as well.
5 times 10 to the 1st power equals 5 times 10 equals 50. 5 times 10 to the 2nd power equals 5 times 10 times 10 equals 500. 5 times 10 to the 3rd power equals 5 times 10 times 10 times 10 equals 5,000.
What pattern do you notice?
The number of zeros in the product is the same as the exponent. So, 5,000 is written as 5 times 10 to the 3rd power using exponents.
So we're going to go back into the assignment now, and we can see that How can you show 1000 as a power of 10 using an exponent? Well, we're going to say 10 to the third power. So, but it says convince me now. Here's this bottom section, convince me. Look for relationships. What pattern do you notice in the number of zeros in the products in box C above? So what pattern do you notice? And it's the same pattern we've been talking about. But go ahead and write your answer there. And whenever you're done, there's going to be a video ready and waiting for you. Now off camera, I went ahead and completed the videos that went over the convince me, guided practice, and independent practice sections. All three of these videos either went over the information with them or clarified what they need to do from here on out. And in each of these three, I used the screen capture tool to record myself completing the work. Now to get this ready for the students, I actually need to get rid of all the work, or else it will be included whenever I send this document to them. So I'm going to come over to my select box, click select annotations, and I'm going to highlight all of these annotations and delete it. I'm going to do the same thing here. Now that it's clear, exactly what I see on my screen now that includes these 4 videos will be sent to the students when I'm ready to do so. Now in my next video, I'm going to combine 2 lessons that didn't come pre-packaged so I can send my daily review out with either a remediation activity or an enrichment activity attached to it. So we'll see you in that video.